Now that I got the first 3 parts up, I'm now all set to go for the birthday dinner this evening. I amplify, basically the same look, but amplified that I wore last year. The eyeliner's even staying on there. It would usually leak out of my waterline at around this time, but I did add one thing that I didn't have last year to help bring a bit more definition to the entire look. And it's this liquid contour in all the spots that count, including the socket line before the eyeshadow. And also neutralized the warmth of the transition shade. A lot more, but not too much. You don't want it to be too ashy if you're warm like me. Contouring's different. Where's my other lip pencils? Okay, I'll get those later, but this is a new eye pencil I got because, yeah, it's really staying in there. I don't think it's going to need to be touched up at all. It's basically a waterproof Kajal pencil. Oh, here's the lip liner. I just used these three lipsticks, including the Mario lipstick that I got as a birthday gift, and combined 3 lip glosses, and one of them I'm gonna want to get a new tube of it because it's a great color next time I go to the Whole Foods store. Because, yeah, you can't go wrong with a berry bronze neutral. Fairly universal, but definitely perfect for olive tone skin like mine. Or any warm tone skin. But I wonder if there's a cooler toned version for people who have maybe more pink or blue undertones. But these are the 3 lip liners I used. Eye pencil, a tight line, the entire waterline. It didn't really even leak very much at all. I'm impressed by it since I'd gotten it on a sale. And the 3 lipsticks I've had for a while. And also the Mario one. That was a little repetitious, but I'll go ahead and, if I can get the links to those products for the lips, at least, I will definitely do that. But I'll see you at Ginzetti's if you're into that kind of thing. At the beginning of every November, the birthday arc, since I was born November the 4th. Now we got that arc of the week done. Now comes the next part. Planning for Thanksgiving. For those of you who are new, welcome, and same to returning viewers and subscribers. For the new viewers, if this is the first time watching, it's around this time that my mother and I would have been planning close to last minute for Thanksgiving. But sadly, she passed away on the 27th of June this year. It's kind of creepy. Born on the 27th of January, but suddenly passing away on the 27th of a different month? That cannot be a coincidence. I'm sorry, that cannot be a coincidence. Anyhow, I just thought I would check in real quick before I clean up for the night, and I'll probably check in again the next day or so. Oh yeah, I gotta keep treating that. But yeah. In the midst of a huge mass meal prep session for which I helped take the finished packs out to the cars, I also did some initiation on the one of my upcycling projects that I have on my list. Where is it? This project right here. You can see that. I have some stuffing mix that is partly recycled, part virgin, but I also have been cutting down scraps that are too small for anything else to put into the recycled stuffing mix, so that I have that going when I stuff the ornaments and all, which I will definitely be putting in my Etsy shop. And I did have to replace a few drop shipped products because some got out of stock. But other than that, and a human moment, I'm spending the night with my other boyfriend, the cashier maintenance worker, who I told that I do this kind of a thing and have some measures in place in order to keep my ass covered, which you can't be too careful, even if you're just doing this on the side and it ain't supposed to be a business, no. Just gotta keep on creating, and surely something will pop up. Surely you'll get some side cash, or at least. I guess that's all for now. See you guys later. So, I just thought I'd show you what I got so far. As far as the lip combo goes, I have this plus my Jesus Christ. This tinted balm and lip liner. Mario, of course, and Tarte. Just putting that away. I was rushing to get to church in time, so doing some of it after I got to church. And yeah, some stick shadow, brows, very minimal base. You know, liquid blush, concealer, getting that to heal up. But yeah, that's what I have on as far as the face of the day goes. But I did 3 of these today. That was all I had the spoons for after sewing on all the patchworks. And on the floor at that. But yeah, I just thought I would show you all that real quick. And maybe more will crop up after I clean up. Talk to you guys later. I'm getting ready before taking Buddy to the vet. Just figuring out a signature look. And wearing red for the first time in a while. Here's today's lip combo. Tarte's lip liner, a gift from my friend from Clinique, and if you can see that, this is today's lip combo. But I just thought I'd check in real quick as I would figure out my it girl look with a pretty bold lip, a la the 40s and 50s. We'll see what my it girl look is. And it doesn't have to be worn every single day unless I want to. I guess that's it for now. I better get ready to get Buddy to the vet. Now we're waiting to get Buddy to the vet. I do think the overlining is getting a little bit better, but it takes practice. I might potentially get a small amount of something, a small amount of filler, because if I do get any kind of lip injection, because I don't want it to be overly obvious that I did something to the lips if I do. The Kybella or submental lipo is going to make enough of a difference. So, yeah, this is the face of the day as I figure out the it girl look that I mentioned prior. And we're back from the vet. I did have to touch up my lip combo after having late lunch, early dinner from Popeyes. Even Buddy wanted a few sinews. Guess what time it is? It's that time of the year again. Time for the Christmas leg lamp. If, of course, you're into that sort of thing. But nonetheless, doesn't look too bad touched up either. I'll get better at that overlining thing. And actually get it perfect. Because I've overlined before, but had some imperfections. Wonder what would happen if I would have a main color and then use the darker color while overlining. If that would help give the look more dimension. The overall lip liner look before putting the lipstick and gloss on. I bet that would. I am wearing some eyeshadow, but just very light and natural looking, set with some translucent powder so it doesn't budge until it's time to remove it for the day. I had explained to my other boyfriend who I'd spent the night with that it's bad for your skin to sleep with your makeup on. it can cause breakouts because throughout the day, skincare like moisturizers, serums, and makeup will, while being worn on your face, expire. And not only that, but it'll capture the dust and dirt alongside the sweat and oils of the day. Which is why it's important to remove your makeup at night before you go to bed. It's also at that time where the cells turn over. And that can cause issues if you interfere with that, which leaving your makeup on would do. As I understand that. I also am a licensed esthetician, for those who are new to this channel. Esthetician and nail tech. So, yes, that's a very important thing to know if you choose to wear makeup, and why you gotta remove it at night. Especially if you're starting out with makeup. That's important to know. Plus, I also recommend the double cleansing to not only break the products down, but also get rid of any possible residue so that when you wake up the next morning, you won't have any smudging around the eyes that you don't want. And around the eyes, I recommend using a combination of extra virgin olive oil and vitamin E because it makes it easier to break down waterproof mascara and will not break your eyelid out. I cannot use a lot of regular eye makeup removers because it's caused dermatitis on my eyelid. But you gotta use what's best for your skin. These are just my own tips and recommendations, which I do hope will help you if you find you have a similar level of sensitivity with your own skin, too. Here's Buddy. So, didn't really even move much at all. Stayed. Wow, even on just the outer half of the waterline. Since today I did brown on the entire waterline and then touched half of it, touched half of the bottom with black, but tight lined the entire top part with black to bring fullness to the lash line. You know the drill. It's time to get more lash primer since I'm basically all out of it. But yeah, got so much to take care of this week. And so much to coordinate. Yep, I guess that's all for now. Even the minimal amount of base doesn't look too bad on camera. If you're going for a more natural foundation, I suppose.